going anywhere. I'm not leaving the stud until I say hello to the horses. So I decided to leave and go down to the stallions. So the whole way from the restaurant right down to the stallions' paddocks, for the whole walk from the restaurant down to the stallions' paddocks, I was practically in tears. It's literally floods of tears the whole way from the restaurant down the whole way down to the stallions' paddocks. I was practically in floods of tears. I walked from the restaurant right through. I walked up to the stables. I walked right through the stables I walked through the stallions' stables, through the paddocks, and I had the whole area to myself. There's nobody around, no staff, no tours. I had both sides of the paddocks all to myself. And all the horses were at the fence, except for Vincible. Vincible was at the paddock opposite the stables at the time. And he was grazing. He had his head down grazing. All the rest of the horses were at the fence, including Gay Horse and Warpath. Paolo Bassini had to touch a foam in his mouth. He's kind of dribbling foam at the time in his mouth, and Wartap was at the side of his gate in the corner, and all at the fence, and Lucy Pimpernel, all of them were at the fence, and at the other side, Decoration Night, Nashville had his head right through the fence, had his nose right through the fence, the other side, right through the fence, and Free Eagle would all say hello to me, and I was crying my heart out because I'm sorry now, I can't film you, and I got all in trouble to say hello to me, and I can't film you, and my fiance is down in the restaurant, he has the camera, I can't film him because my camera's not working. I can't film you. This is the 8th of October, and that's the last day I saw Wartap alive. And so you're away for practically 3 weeks. We troubles with our camera, we tried to get our camera fixed, and apparently there was nothing they could do for our camera. It was unfixable. There's nothing they could do for it. So we went to Power City to try to get a new one or something like that. We tried to get a new camera and stuff like that as well. I think I tried to get a new camera because, so I said, we need to get back to the stud, I need to get a new camera because, we need to get back to the stud because the stud's nearly finished, the season's nearly over, it's coming in mid-October, the season's finished in November, and I had a good feeling that the Wartap probably wouldn't be staying very long, so I needed to get back in case I missed Wartap, and we didn't get back till the end of October. We didn't get back on the 25th of October, and we were practically away for 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks that we were away. And eventually we had a camera we get back to the 25th of October. And the camera we had was crap, by the way. It's actually a crap camera. And it was the only thing they can give us, but I went up to the Stallions stables. Went down all the doors. I always often do that, go down to each door, see if the stallions are in, you see. And they're all at the paddocks. I went down to number 9, where Wartap was. There was no straw in the stall. Usually there's no straw in the stall, means that the horse would be shuttling, or they wouldn't be in the stud. They'd be away or something like that. They'd be in business, or they'd be on call, they'd be on a business trip, or they'd be shuttling to a different shuttled in a different country or something like that. I knew see that the Wartap was gone, because Wartap wasn't a shuttle horse. He never shuttled to a different country. I knew that he was gone instantly. I knew he was gone. I broke down with lots of tears at his stable. I could have done with more support from him. He wasn't actually very comforting as he broke down in the stone. I could have done with a hug. I never got a hug from him at all. I could have done with a hug that time as he broke down with blood. So I could have done with a hug. Never got it. But then he walked down to the paddocks, and then he saw Wartap was Paolo Bassini, and then we saw another one who was dragging, and then went down to Wartap's paddock. There was no horse, and then I went down, there was no poster was gone, and the store staff, and she's feeding Lucy Pimpernel leaves, and she said, do you know what was happening with Wartag? And she said, he's gone. He's sold off to a private stud in France. And that's crime. She floods on camera. I think she broke down on camera, and I felt so heartbroken in my life. And so he was in France, and he was in one stud for a year or something like that, for 2008 to last year or something. Apparently he wasn't settling very well, he wasn't happy the one he was in, and then he was moved and relocated to another stud in France, and that's the one he died. So it was a bit of a shock. I got a tweet from the Arsenal stud saying we are sorry with the passing of Wartad. So I could believe it. Like, I mean, thought I was seeing things. And she got down on my knees and she screamed my head off. She screamed. I was still am in shock, and I still have my bad days. I still heartbroken. I don't think I'll ever get over it. I don't think I'll ever will recover from the loss of Wartad. I was very fond of Wartad, and that's a tribute poster. That's a tribute poster that I got done of Wartad. It was a photograph that was sent to me from France, and I was lucky enough to get a contact for Wartad, the address of the stud he was in, and an email and address, and he had his own website as well. So, and they'd send me some photographs, and it was one of my favourite photographs. I got it done, and I decided to do a tribute poster to Wartad to mark his friendship. To mark his friendship to me, and he was a very special horse to me, and he meant a lot. He meant a big deal to me. Meant a very big deal to me. So I thought he deserved a tribute poster. So I got one made for him. So I thought it'd be nice. No. So that's the one I got made for him. So it'd be nice to have a tribute poster made of Wartad, because he thought he deserved it. He was very special to me. He meant the world to me, that horse. He feels as if he's in the room with me. He feels as if he's in the room with me, actually, you know. He's so young. He's gone too soon. He's Italian stallion. He's very funny. He always makes me laugh. He's always nodding his head. He's probably seen yourself and watch my videos. You'll see yourself. He's always nodding his head. And I'd have a catchphrase from the Italian stallion, and he used to always love that catchphrase. He loved that catchphrase, the Italian stallion, and he's got a great laugh. Wartad used to always communicate with me by nodding his head. You know, if I say you're a lovely horse, he'd nod his head, yeah. So he'd be hilarious. He's always nodding his head. You know, he's so funny. Probably the most funniest horses I ever met. He's not like any other horse that I've ever known. He's a totally different horse. He's very what you'd call unique. He's a very unique. He's very different. He's special. He's unique. He's got personality. He's real character. He's real character. You know about him. He's a very funny horse. He's a very funny horse. You know, he's always going to be that. That's what you need. A bit of life, a bit of laughter, you know. And that's what he was to me. He was fun, and that's what I need. A bit of fun, you know. So I might have watched him too soon after he died. I watched him in the fittest pack of me and him. Probably watched him too soon after he died. Sometimes I get a bit emotional watching him, you know, on video. So I get emotional sometimes watching him, watching it back. I guess slightly emotional watching sometimes, you know. Sometimes when you look at the videos, he actually feels as if he's alive, you know. You see him in the stable, or you see him in the paddock grazing, you know. You see him come up to the gate and he's communicating and nodding his head and he's doing his normal things. He's saying hello to the tourists, he's kind of greeting the tourists, you know. He's just acting like as if he's, you know, he's just, you know, he's just saying hello to, say hello to everybody just like he would normally do. Feels as if he's alive again. It's just, you know, the fact is, the thing is he's not, you know, he's not here at all. Like, he's up there in horsey heaven, or at least I hope he is. He's up there with the angels, anyway. Other horsey angels, you know, looking down at me. He's probably looking down and he's probably saying to himself in horsey language, I don't have my friend upset. I don't see my friend upset. You know, I don't see my friend upset. You know, I don't want to see my friend upset. I don't want her to be upset for me, you know. I don't want her to be upset for me, you know. I want her to be happy that I'm not suffering anymore. I'm no longer in pain. I'm not in pain. I'm not suffering anymore. You know, but he's relieved from his pain anyway, because he would have been probably would have been in pain with the ruptured aorta. I wouldn't know what it would be like for a horse, but he probably would have been in pain. But I hope he didn't suffer too much, is all I could say. I wouldn't know where the aorta is in the horse. Probably somewhere near the chest. I wouldn't know. I've been asking Elaine that, he said he wouldn't know. So it's probably near the chest, you know. Probably near where the heart is, you know. Probably near where the heart is. Maybe somewhere around there. I wouldn't know really, to be honest with you. The horses, you know. Probably near the heart of the chest is around that area, you know. But very sorry missed it, I really miss him. Really miss him so much. No idea. If I talk about it for a certain little time, I get upset, you know, so another word for that horse. It's very special. Very special horse. Must be very special to me. Close. No, it's alright. Don't have too close. It's okay. I thought it would be too close to the other one. That's okay. I wasn't too sure it was too close. No, it's alright.